Something about this Easter feels different. Not louder, not obvious, but different in a way you can feel more than you can explain. And if the past few weeks have felt strange to you, if things have felt slightly off, if your thoughts have been changing, if your patience has been getting shorter, if you've been thinking about your life more than usual, this message might be for you. Because this Easter isn't just a date on the calendar, it's a turning point. And most people are going to miss it because they're looking for something obvious. But the biggest shifts never arrive with noise. They arrive quietly. And by the time people notice them, everything is already different. The build-up nobody noticed. The strange part is, this didn't start today. This has been building for weeks. Small things first. Restlessness, overthinking, old memories coming back, wanting to change something but not knowing what, feeling like time is moving fast but also stuck at the same time. That feeling where you know something needs to change, but you don't know where to start. That wasn't random. Most people think big changes happen suddenly, but that's not how life works. Big changes build quietly. Pressure builds slowly. And then one day, something shifts. And Easter has always symbolized one thing: the moment after the dark phase ends and a new phase begins. But before that new phase begins, everything usually feels confusing, like nothing is moving, like things are stuck, like you're waiting. But what feels like waiting is often preparation. Why people feel different. Right now, many people are feeling something they can't fully explain. Not sadness, not happiness, not fear, just different. You may feel less patient, less interested in things you used to care about, thinking about your future more, wanting to change your routine, feeling distant from some people, wanting more control over your life. Feeling like time is moving faster, feeling pressure to make decisions, and the strange part is, nothing dramatic may have happened. But internally, something feels like it has already changed. That's what a life shift actually feels like. It doesn't feel like an explosion. It feels like quiet discomfort, like your life no longer fits the way it used to. But the new life hasn't fully formed yet. That space in between, that uncomfortable middle phase, that's where most people are right now. The real warning. So here is the warning. This is not a time to delay decisions anymore. For a long time, waiting felt safe. Waiting felt smart. Waiting felt like control. You told yourself, I'll start later, I'll change later, I'll decide later, I'll fix this later, I'll leave later, I'll begin later. But something has changed now. Now, waiting doesn't feel peaceful anymore. It feels heavy. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like you are holding your own life in place. And that's the shift. There is a moment in life where waiting stops being patience and starts becoming avoidance. And many people have reached that moment right now. That's why this Easter is important. Because Easter represents the end of the waiting phase and the beginning of the moving phase. What is actually changing? This shift is not about the world, it's about your direction. Some people will change careers, end relationships, start new goals, move cities, start businesses, focus on health, cut off negative people, go back to something they once loved, finally start something they delayed for years. Big life changes don't happen when everything is clear. They happen when you realize staying the same is more uncomfortable than changing. Read that again in your mind. Staying the same becomes more uncomfortable than changing. That's when life moves. The pressure phase. Before every major life change, there is a pressure phase. Nothing makes sense. You feel confused, you feel lost, you feel impatient. You feel emotional. You feel motivated and tired at the same time. Most people think this means something is wrong, but nothing is wrong. Pressure doesn't mean life is breaking. Pressure means life is moving. Just like the earth releases pressure through earthquakes, people release pressure through life changes, through decisions, through endings, through beginnings, through honesty, through action. You are not falling apart. You are rearranging the message you need to hear. So if you are listening to this right now, this might be the message you needed. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for perfect clarity. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for confidence. Stop waiting for everything to make sense before you move. Life doesn't work like that. Movement creates clarity. Action creates confidence. Decisions create direction. Waiting creates nothing. And that's why the message for this Easter is simple. Don't delay your life anymore. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for daily cosmic insights, astrology updates, and spiritual guidance, because the universe always has a message for you. Not the big dreams, not the small changes, not the conversations, not the decisions, not the things you know you need to do, because deep down, you already know. Final message, emotional ending. You are not late. You are not lost. You are not behind in life. You are just at a turning point. And turning points don't feel comfortable. They feel confusing. They feel uncertain. They feel emotional. They feel like pressure. But turning points are where new chapters begin. So if your life feels different right now, if your thoughts are changing, if your patience is changing, if your priorities are changing, don't panic, don't rush, but also don't delay anymore. Because some moments in life are not meant for waiting, they are meant for moving. And this might be one of those moments. If this message found you at the right time, then this wasn't random. Sometimes you don't find the message. The message finds you, and if you're ready for the next chapter of your life, just comment below, "I'm ready for what's next." The shift you feel but can't explain. There's something very strange happening right now, and most people don't even realize it. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it's affecting the way people think, the way people feel, and the way people make decisions. People are becoming less tolerant of things they used to tolerate, less patient with situations that don't make them happy, less willing to stay in places where they don't feel respected, less interested in living on autopilot. And this isn't happening to just one person. It's happening to many people at the same time. People are changing jobs suddenly, ending long relationships, starting new projects, moving to new places, changing their routines, taking risks they were afraid to take before. From the outside, it looks random, but it's not random. It's what happens when people realize that time is moving, whether they move or not. At some point in life, everyone reaches a moment where they look at their life and think, if I don't change something now, I will be in the same place next year. And that thought is powerful enough to change everything. That realization creates movement. Not fast movement, not perfect movement, but movement. And movement is what changes everything. Because life doesn't change when you think. Life changes when you move. The end of the waiting phase. For many people, the last few years have felt like waiting. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for more money, waiting for more confidence, waiting for more clarity, waiting for things to calm down, waiting for motivation, waiting for a sign. But here's something most people don't realize. Waiting feels safe, but waiting slowly steals your life. You think you are being patient, but sometimes you are just being afraid. You think you are being careful, but sometimes you are just delaying your own growth. You think you are waiting for the right time, but the right time is usually just the time you decide to start. This is why this moment feels uncomfortable for many people, because deep down, they know they can't keep waiting forever. And when you realize you can't keep waiting, you have to make a decision. And decisions are uncomfortable because decisions change things, but nothing changes until someone decides. Why your life feels like it's speeding up. Many people right now feel like time is moving faster. Weeks feel like days, months feel like weeks, years feel shorter than they used to. And when time feels faster, people start thinking differently. They start asking bigger questions. What am I doing with my life? Why am I still here? Am I happy? Is this what I really want? What am I afraid of? What am I waiting for? If not now, then when? These questions are uncomfortable, but these are the questions that change lives. Comfortable questions don't change your life. Uncomfortable questions do, and many people are being forced to ask those questions right now. Not by someone else, by themselves. And when you start questioning your life, that's usually the beginning of change. The decision phase. There are different phases in life. There is a learning phase, there is a waiting phase, there is a growing phase, there is a struggling phase, and then there is the decision phase. The decision phase is the phase where everything changes, because your life is not controlled by your thoughts. Your life is controlled by your decisions. One decision can change your career, your city, your friends, your income, your habits, your health, your future, your entire life direction. Life changes when decisions are made, and many people right now are standing in front of decisions they have been avoiding for a long time. Some people know they need to change jobs. Some people know they need to end a relationship. Some people know they need to start something. Some people know they need to move. Some people know they need to focus on themselves. Some people know they need to stop wasting time. They already know. The problem is not that people don't know what to do. The problem is that people are afraid to change what they already know. Fear of change. People don't fear failure as much as they fear change, because failure is an event. Change is a process. Failure happens once. Change happens every day. Change means new routines, new people, new risks, new responsibilities, new problems, new identity. Change is uncomfortable because it forces you to become a different version of yourself. And many people want a different life, but they don't want to become a different person. But you cannot have a new life with the old mindset, old habits, and old decisions. Your life changes when you change. Not before, not during, after. The moment you stop delaying. There is a moment in every person's life where something clicks. Nothing dramatic happens, nothing explodes, no big event. Just a quiet moment where you think, I can't keep living like this forever. That moment changes everything, because after that moment, you start thinking differently. You start making decisions differently. You start valuing time differently. You start valuing yourself differently. And slowly, your life starts changing. Not in one day, not in 1 week, but direction changes first, and life follows direction. Always remember this. Direction is more important than speed. You don't need to move fast, you just need to move in a different direction. So if your life feels strange right now, if you feel pressure to change something, if you feel like time is moving faster, if you feel like you can't keep delaying things anymore, don't ignore that feeling. That feeling is not there to scare you. That feeling is there to guide you. Some feelings are warnings. Some feelings are fear. Some feelings are intuition. And the hardest part in life is learning the difference. But one thing is certain. Your life does not change when you are comfortable. Your life changes when you decide. So maybe this Easter is not about the world changing. Maybe this Easter is about you changing. And maybe the real message is very simple. Stop delaying the life you know you are supposed to live.